Hey, TV fans, welcome to Tori Talks TV. I'm Tori.
And I'm Dr. S.
On this episode, we'll be discussing This Is Us Season 5, Episode 10, called I've Got This. Oh my goodness, there are so many babies in the beginning of this episode, including a little cameo from Baby Yoda. Did you catch it?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Yes. Oh, I love the babies, giving me total baby fever. Okay, let's begin with Toby and Kate. So Toby interviewing for a job because obviously due to setbacks with COVID, he lost his job, which I'm sure a lot of people can relate to.
Yes.
But let's just talk about his interview. First of all, in his underwear.
That was the best scene. That was classic Toby. I loved that scene. Yeah, totally. When the whole background falls down.
And he's rocking baby Haley with a golf club. Yes.
I know. And then when he said he was in his underwear, I didn't think he was actually in his underwear. And then he was actually in his underwear. That was awesome. And they were little.
Yeah, they really were. But yes, that was really nice comic relief, but then it gets real serious real fast.
It really did.
Toby's feeling real good about himself until he finds out he didn't get that job, which he totally thought he was going to get.
I know. That would have been great, but I kind of knew it was too good to be true.
I know, I did too. And then at the dinner party that Kevin's hosting, that just exacerbated all of his feelings.
I wanted to talk about that because it's like I could see both sides. Like it's a controversial topic, but because part of me was just like, dude, Toby, you're all family. It's okay. It's all the same family. And like when he was telling Kate, like, what's mine is yours or what's mine is ours, I was like, that's so sweet. But yeah, it's like, you're right. You all grew up in the same house, your family, no big deal. But I also get Toby's ego or whatever.
Gosh, I really felt what Kevin said when he's like, you grow up around your siblings and you just kind of always think that's how it's always going to be. And that's like totally me, the youngest of three. And I remember thinking like when my oldest brother wasn't at a Thanksgiving one year, I'm like, what happened? This is how it's supposed to be. You don't think about like they get married and then they have a family, we're all family in the end, but like the sub family.
I know. And when he was like, oh, we're not going to live in a compound. And Madison was like, no. And I was like, well, maybe.
I know. I'm really like, it made me sad just personally being like the family person that I am. And you know how we are. I mean, we're family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know how.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will say that Kevin offering to help out financially with Toby, I saw both sides there too. Cause of course you offer out, the financial help to a family member, of course. But I do see how it could come off as a little bit condescending as well. So I
know. I was totally conflicted. I totally saw both sides too. I get it. Cause like you want to be the provider. I get it.
Yeah. But I will say,
thing.
Right. I was very proud of Kate for saying that she is taking that job at the music school and that's that. And you know what I mean? Because she didn't get to stick up for herself a whole lot, but then I
love that. I love how it was inspired by talking to Rebecca too.
Yeah.
And like Rebecca telling her like how she had to take control of the finances because Jack was kind of like, careless.
A little bit. Yeah. Those flashbacks to Rebecca and Jack, I'm a little underwhelmed by their content, but I don't know if that's just because, there's not a lot of places to go with them, or maybe poor Mandy Moore, she's pregnant. Maybe they couldn't do a lot. I mean, I don't want to blame it on her pregnancy at all, but I don't know. I just feel like a little more.
I get it because This Is Us has been like so masterful at all the through lines, like where like season after season, we're just like, oh my God, they connected all these complicated topics. And I feel like they tried to with this episode, like it was closer than most of the season has been. Like they had the babies, the new babies, the financial problems, the awkward dinners, like that all tied together. But it wasn't like where it like really was like sublime, where you're like, whoa. So, it's still solid, but, they just have set the bar so high for themselves.
I know they really did do that. They really shot themselves in the foot with that, but that's okay. It was still good. It was still really good to see them. And I want to say I got a little glimpse of old Madison this episode. Did you feel that way?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. I got it. When she was breastfeeding the twins just nonstop, and she said she felt like a dairy farm and she was wearing a cow shirt.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel like, okay, seems like the old Madison, because I understand she had to grow up because she's a parent, but I also really liked her kind of neurotic, annoying personality.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
All right. So that takes care of those two big three members. Let's talk about Randall.
Yes.
So Randall hiding out on the back porch and he's like set up his own little habitat back there is awesome.
Yes, I want that at my house. That was so nice.
I know, it was so inviting. He's obviously hiding from Beth's mom, Carol, who like Felicia Rashad, like if this means she's gonna be in a lot more, right? Because
that's what I think. Okay,
my heart.
She's so good. So first of all, I think she has what I'm now gonna call RJF, resting judgmental face.
Oh, I like that.
But like, oh man, they really got me. Like I haven't cried this season until she and Beth had that conversation.
Okay, that got me too, because being an adult child and then like I just felt like that was Beth's time to like take over like the emotional support for the parent. You know what I mean? And yeah, that really got me too. Her mom saying that of course she wants to be here in this chaos and noise because at home it's just completely quiet and lonely.
Yeah. Oh my God, that got me. I was like, let her stay. I was like, let her stay. And then she went out and I was like, oh God, thank God she stayed.
I know. I'm good with it. I don't know how good Randall is with it, but I like how Beth was like, listen, I have never complained when your many family members, we're going to stay here, so.
Yes, that's true. Remember when Kevin came and stayed for a long time? I mean, who would complain about that, but still.
Yes, I do also like, we got to see a lot more Beth this episode, even just like, oh my gosh, how funny is she? And Sterling K. Brown, when she was at the dinner table and she implemented the new rule of taking the phones, and then she gets to Randall, he's like, me too. He's like, I'm a councilman. And then he gives her the phone as he's like, I'll just let the city burn.
That was so funny. I love that we got to see all of the family, and I feel bad for Annie. She's just like happy Annie. I wonder if they're ever going to throw some like drama her way.
Just like Tess storms off and Deja storms off, and there's little cute Annie, just the beacon of the family once again. I love her.
So can I have your iPad?
I know, which sounds about right. Okay, and those scenes with Randall and Malik, I think is just pure gold. I love this kind of father figure he's playing for him, even though he has a great father himself, but I really like the bonding that's going on here.
I know, and like it's so awkward for Deja though. I love Deja and I love Randall and Deja, and I can totally see why she would be mad, and she like has every right to be mad because it's really weird.
That scene with Randall and Deja was spectacular. I did not see that coming.
Gosh. I know, it was so good.
He's her day one. That is so sweet. And she's supposed to come first, and that's exactly right.
I know.
And then even like the funny banter at the end.
When they were like Facebook stalking the baby mama.
Yes, exactly.
That was awesome. I love Sterling K. Brown.
It's a really good episode to come back with, huh?
Yes.
Let's talk about a big surprise of this episode. Uncle Nicky is back.
I was like, remember we said this not a couple episodes back, like Nicky's got to come back. Like, how could they not bring back Nicky? And did we see Cassidy like in the car with him, like in the preview or the upcoming? I couldn't tell if it was like a flashback or like
a
preview, but it says something like, I haven't been on a plane since like war, like Vietnam related stuff. So he got on a plane, but I swear we saw Cassidy. Like, why show her if she's not going to be back, right? So then I'm thinking Madison's going to find out that they had a thing and it's going to become a thing, and I don't know what else, but drama's coming.
Oh my gosh, I hope you're right. I
we
love
need
this. I didn't even think I thought maybe, then when you said that, because I totally missed the Cassidy thing, I was like, oh yeah, Cassidy's just taking Nikki to the airport because they like kept in touch. But yeah, why bring her back?
Right.
And make that scene.
Right. So, it's got to be significant.
I think you're right. I don't know. We'll see. I'm glad that Griffin Dunn is back. I love him as well.
I know. Me too.
Yes. And then we have new family member alert. Isaac, the basil plant.
Oh, yes.
Randall named his plant Isaac.
To offset the gender imbalance in the house. That makes sense.
There you go. It makes sense. Yes. And then also new couple alert. Tess and Alex.
Ooh.
What?
Yes.
I love that. I hope we see more of that.
I really want Tess and Beth to start talking though. Like, I don't understand what Beth did that is so bad, just being a mom at that teenage time, I guess.
She's got major teenage angst.
She does. Her parents are so cool.
I know. She just doesn't appreciate them.
No.
She has no idea how cool they are.
Exactly.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all I have for this episode. Do you have anything else to talk about?
No.
All right. Well, leave us a comment and let us know if you have something to talk about. Let us know what you thought of the episode, and then like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.